presence of 4 of the Sonics players up on the top floor. First Vulcan canister is going to be popped, and that's going to at least give G2 an avenue, an area of ingress, potentially. We've got Alamau just working on the cafe door. Citizen, interestingly, downstairs on the Twitch, looking directly towards site, but it's ultimately going to be Grixer who picks up the first. He's going to find Doki on the entry, and we're going to have Virtue taken down as well. This top floor clearance is not going well for G2 right now.
That is not like Citizen to be missing shots like that. They've been absolutely decimated by Kansan. A bit of a whiff coming up on yellow, a slight miss timing from Virtue. Doki being ahead of the pack has just led to them being destroyed. A very comfortable first round for Sonics, who
going pushing directly towards site last time around. Just dips himself away from that. It's not quite on a destructible surface, Wrexham, which is why Citizen put that nade back in pocket, but he now strays his way into cash and could leave himself as an opportunity, and Citizen is straight over there having a look.
Wrong corner.
Very aware of it, though. Very aware of it.
He is. Once again, Yeti's having a field day. Brings down Doki. Still a rough performance overall, but Prano finally collects a kill as well with the Claymore before Wrexham finds one back. Not sure if that was a double run out attempt there, but they do get back a kill and still leave things at 3-3, despite looking like seeing what looked to be a bit of a rough patch for G2.
It is quicker play from G2, which is something. They've got themselves a couple of kills in the first half of the round this time, rather than having to wait until later in the round. Citizen knows that there's somebody just on the opposite side. Wrexham needs to keep himself in behind that reinforcement. If he's not careful, he'll find himself getting gunned down, but Citizen, for the time being, he's just going to hold his angle, but no, he goes for the spray down at the wrong time. And if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about G2 and their performance here on Theme Park, how things are going for them, I don't know what will. Citizen doesn't spray down initially when he's there. He then does when he's moving off the angle. Finally gets the kill with the nade. 2 versus 3, 50 seconds, but I wouldn't put it past Super and Grixer to hold on.
I think Virtue was sat on drones as well, trying to feed Citizen in, when really Virtue was the one there waiting for the cut to catch Wrexham on the pull back. So although he slips up a little bit, he holds that bathroom door, nade comes through from Citizen. We've seen those flying all day so far, and it connects nice and true. His first kill of the game. But as you say, we're into that last 30 now. They've got the numbers advantage, but can they pull things off together? Citizen finds one left standing. It's Grixer upstairs. I don't know if he'll be able to do much up here by himself just yet, but going to work his way back down towards Dragon as Virtue goes in for the plan.
This is exactly what I was talking about with this site. There is practically no vertical access to it, so the Sonics really fall in foul of that. Have any jump outs?
And a jump out here would kill, what, 2, maybe 3 players?
Exactly.
It would be round ending. There's no other way around it. Looking towards the control of Arcade as well. You got Doki playing on the downstairs. Maybe wanting to soften them up from below. And there's the jump out, but jumps straight into the Claymore and doesn't net a kill on the way through either. Good emergency juice coming out from Citizen, keeps himself alive before finally he gets finished off. And Wrexham has found 2 here as well. That is how you shut down that kind of aggression, and it's all done the old-fashioned way, Tim, from inside the building.
Wrexham's gone big there exactly when Sonics needed it. 1 minute left to go. 3 versus 3, and G2, it's sort of back to the drawing board. They'd drawn out that aggression that they wanted from Sonics. We commented that they brought along the extra Claymores. They were playing into the hand of potentially having those jump outs, and they got what they wanted. They got their reward, but it hasn't been enough because Sonics have got a plan B. They've got a plan C. They're able to adapt and fight around it. Alamau, he has no option but to push in here. Going to be taken down by Kansan. We're going to see another one on the yellow stairs. Grixer manages to find Doki, shuts him down, and that leaves us now in a 1 versus 3 for Prano. 35 seconds left to go. Starts pushing in towards site, but shut down.
Windows, and now Prano bringing out the second mirror window, so saving that one in back pocket.
I like that.
Yeah, I think it's quite smart. You've got the one that you're playing behind, I believe it's inside of initiation, and then, you know, you can turn the second one to be wherever you want to put it. Is it facing out towards Cafe, because that's where they come from, and yellow stairs, or is it instead out towards Cash? Good.
Exactly that. You can just wait, see what's happening.
Look at the drone count, by the way, Tim. They've chewed through basically every drone that Sonics has got halfway through the round.
Fantastic play from G2 here on the defence. A much better performance than we saw. But how are they going to stack up to this? Virtue on the ward and going to be super important here as the Candelas come in. They continue to rain in, continue to flash everybody out. But Virtue, if anything, he's running towards the danger. He's running towards the noise. He knows that he wants that fight. Alamau gets 1. Alamau gets 2. Virtue with the glasses of the ward and manages to get a 3rd, and a 4th comes in, and that leaves us now in a 1 versus 5. It's Grixer, it's shut down, it's a flawless
and strategy.
Rexon is just ready to go. He's on his drones. Grix is going to be joining him, looking at potentially getting into the map. But before he does, he's going to take Alamo down, who was going for that jump out. Nothing learnt by G2 as they were able to take advantage of the Sonics' aggressions. The Sonics have been able to do the same in return. Kansan holding the line there. He's the one supporting Rexon at trying to get inside of Cafe. Dorky, he's on low health as well. And
Surely
this round that I said was particularly important is looking like it could go in the favour of the Sonics right now. They've got themselves inside of the map. Prano going to be taken down by Grixer. Sonics looking good.
Pressure is the only way I can summarise it as well, Tim. Just jackal tracks, nades, you name it, everything flying at them. Citizen at least getting one back and giving G2 a moment to breathe. And now they're all back on site. Things can settle for a second, but Sonics, I feel they've had a great first couple of minutes there. 2 kills coming through. Sure, they've lost one in the process. They've gone through most of their utility in terms of frag grenades at the very least. And now they've got a lot still to work with in the last 60 seconds.
Yeah, it's been a great fight over top floor, absolutely. Sonics have now got that vertical control so they can start working towards site. As I've said, and we saw it previously, it's not the most critical thing for this site. Super, he needs to get down there and start opening up some angles with that hard breach. 45 seconds left to go, because otherwise we've seen what happens when you try to push into Armory and Throne without the hard breach having been applied, because at that point you're going in through single doors. It looks like Super's just trying to judge exactly where the mute jammers are so that he can make sure that those Selma devices are successful. 25 seconds left to go.
Oh,
that is exactly what they needed.
C4'd his own mute jammer off as well.
Not good.
So now this can get opened up for absolute free. I understood the intent again, but the idea just didn't quite come to execution. Super's the one now looking to play at long range. He's got that diffuser in back pocket, but Grixer has come down split. The man behind Throne is not going to be there for much longer. Doki gets 1, finds 2, but can he hold on? He finds 1 more. It's a 1 versus 1 against Grixer. Doki's clutched it out.
Unbelievable plays from Doki there.
It's really smart, like, starvation play in a way, just trying to keep them away from these critical areas of the map, and maybe that's why Sonics are really stalling out.
Exactly that. Right now, we're going to be back on the drones for the Sonics. They've still got 5. They've had 5 for the last minute or so, so not losing too many there. That bodes well for this attacking push. But as we can see, they've 2 died, just as I say that, cast the curse. I do apologise. And here, we've got them all pushing in from the east side. They're going to be getting the breach open, this time looking more towards office rather than initiation that it was last time. But Prano on the mirror is potentially going to be a problem. He's just cautious of the yellow stairs. Alamo just able to slow that lane down there. It's not all about plant denial from the smoke. Sometimes it is about pushing and just preventing those attacker lanes being utilised. Doki's getting aggressive here. He knows that there's one in bathroom.
Oh,
he's just going to hold himself tight to the wall. That could be a disgusting play, Des.
They can't drone it out, but he goes down anyway. Rexon's going to find him on a quick swing around. I think Doki there moved a little bit too soon. Yet he's up at top yellow as well. This is the kind of control that Sonics are looking for as the plant now starts to go down. Virtue on this Warden has already been lethal today. Finds 1 back, but the plant completes, and now G2 have got to retake against, again, a real bottleneck-heavy map.
Really difficult for them to do anything about that diffuser going down. Citizen, he's trying to get on the flank. He's going to have to do something special here, and counters. Grixer closes him down, and it's going to be the Sonics that
just came back to bite G2 in the later stages of the round.
Super, he's up on the roof. He's going to be looking to get down into control, I would imagine. Potentially, I'm not sure where they're going to be looking to open up with the hard breach, but there's a bit of information getting fed in on the yellow pings. Yeti thinking about making a challenge, but instead it's going to be Super who gets himself onto the rappel. 1 minute 10 is on the clock, and they need to be careful here. The Sonics look like they're running a little bit short of ideas. They go in one place, nope. They go in another, nope. Grixer, he does manage to get an opener onto Prano, though. That is big for the North American team.
Again, for me, they'll just repeat the same thing as last round, and that's exactly what it looks to be the case again. Doki holding this angle, doesn't quite connect the shots that he needs to onto Rexon, who's holding the tight angle, finally gets down, but Doki gets swung, doesn't get taken down. It's absolute chaos inside of the office showers at this point, Tim, and now Yeti is looking for that backstab. I spoke about it earlier. You've got to watch out for this G2, else he will end this game.
Nade goes in to try and find Doki. It does damage, but it does not find the kill. They're going to take the opportunity to get Rexon up, but 27 seconds left to go. Here comes comes Yeti. How much of an impact is he going to have? Absolutely zero as Alamo, he manages to find the kill. 20 seconds left to go. Sonics need to get moving, need to get themselves inside the site. Alamo, he goes big for G2 when they need him. He gets a second onto Grixer with a headshot. Citizen, it's 4 versus 1. G2 have held on, there's 7 seconds left to go. It's all up to Super. It's a 1 versus 4. He finds the first. Can he find the second? No.
Plan is to completely forget about break room and just say, look, we go straight towards site here. Last time around, the Maverick did open up a lovely big rotation, like multiple size hole, on the left-hand side, then their nade hole on the right-hand side. It's a little bit different this time around. I'm not quite sure exactly what the game plan is, unless they want Super to help them get this one opened up with the Selmas. Indeed, they will. He's right here. 2 of those have already been used. So maybe now that that's opened up, he'll rotate off and play on the window. My only concern is he's got the diffuser in back pocket, Tim. He goes down. It's a long journey to recover that diffuser.
It really is. That is a big risk. They've got half of the round, though. There is time. We're going to have Super looking to open that up. He's just, again, making it even more difficult for G2 to play deep in that site. And we can see that G2 have been forced right back out onto the arcade mezzanine. This is probably about the best opportunity, I think, that Sonics have had on this site. They've got time. They've got manpower. They've got access to site. There is the potential for a successful execute here. And Rexon is even looking to move his way in and pressure Cafe. They're surrounding G2. They are making it difficult for them to hold any one direction.
Run, Doki, run. They know exactly where he is, but the laser gate gets popped back on again. Swings for the angle, but Rexon is just ready.
Also clears out the laser gate as well, so his access has not been denied. Citizen and Alamo, though, they turn it on its head as they find 1 kill each. Both headshots, Prano onto Super, 1 support to another. Grixer, he goes in. He's trying to get anything going here. It's down to him and Yeti, 2 versus 4. 20 seconds, they need to find some kills. Not each other, though. Yeti, he manages to find Virtue, 2 versus 3. G2 are backing away from these fights a little bit, but they're being caught out. They know that they just need to survive. That's Grixer down and out. Can they find the final kill? 6 seconds left to go. G2, you just need to survive. Keep yourself out of the fight.
Which is the members of Sonics.
Doki then looking to get aggressive from control. Needs to be careful. They know that he is there, but they're surrounding them pretty well here, G2. They are doing what I said earlier, where they're identifying positions and potentially cutting people off. There's now somebody from the Sonics, I'm not sure who it is, just stuck out on the east side of things here. Could be a problem for them. They need to think about just exactly how they're going to get back, unless they're going to play their life there and just look to be a continued nuisance.
They've got a little bit stuck because G2 themselves are now also low on drones. The information is somewhat limited, but that's the opening they're looking for. Kansan going down. Doki into a second. If they tore them through here, Tim, it might be an 8-6 on the attack as well. A big 3K for Alimau, and Grixer, 16-6, has got to do it all.
Prano's getting the diffuser down. Surely this is over right now. Grixer's down to about 20 health. He's fighting hard. He's got Citizen down. Citizen with no utility to get himself back on his feet, but it doesn't matter as Grixer moves out to the top of yellow stairs. Alimau cuts him down, and that's going to be G2 taking the